Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Dear asshole, I'm 28 years old, spent my entire life depressed and petrified of change. I'm gonna say you chose to. Okay, you chose to. Let's put that. You chose to. I know you can always find a therapist that says it's not your fault, and then you can talk about it for decades to come. But that's therapist. This is asshole consulting. I'm sick and fed up of living like this. There we go. You finally had enough. And I'm changing my life, my question and problem. I have so many things in my life I need of urgent change. My weight, my health, my finances, etc., etc. And the list goes on. How do I juggle things most effectively to get what needs done and not feel like a complete failure when I get overwhelmed? Okay, and then there was a follow-up question because I'm like, well, okay, you have problems, but give me a little bit more. And he answered, laid off from job, went back to school for telecommunications, relocate to find work, couldn't sell his house, he got foreclosed on. My wife and him are both working. They've paid down their student loan debts to only $5,000, and medical bills. So you had medical bills and student loans, and you paid it down to $5,000. That's not bad. Wife, you don't have kids, so I don't know why wifey's working 20 to 30 hours as a part-time cashier. Wifey's got to work more, definitely. But you guys are still doing it. Currently live in a small apartment, good minimalist. I've put on 150 pounds, almost doubling my weight. Addicted to video games or reading fiction. No, oh yeah, dude, no. You double your weight, you're going to have huge health problems. And then you won't be able to solve your problems. You'll be dead. So that right there. I've started eating better, and I'm now a lot more physically active than I was a month ago. Good. I no longer am out of breath when I put on my fucking shoes. Small fucking victories. That's how you're not gonna have huge. You're not gonna run 10 miles. Not tomorrow. So it is gonna be that. I've been doing a lot of watching vids on starting a business. I watched the vid you did with Glendon Cameron. Oh yeah, good old Glendon Cameron. Yep. Which is how I found out about you. Have to get my head right, or I'm just gonna fuck myself again. Okay, so here's the thing. I did take some notes. Jesus fucking cough. I'm not dying, guys. And oh my God, Claire, you got smoker's cough. I don't smoke. I run regularly. It's these allergies and shit that I have. I've had since I was 3, and I've made it 37 years, so I'm doing fine. 38. Okay. The first thing is, normally when you have problems and multiple ones, you have to triage. You have to put them in priority. But all of these are vital. All of them. Your finances, your weight, your health, all that. Because you're going to lose everything, your wife, your career, and your life, if you don't attack them all. So what you're going to do is you're going to do them all. Now, how to do this? This is what I did. I'll show you what I did. I have a lot of things on my plate. I've been slacking the past couple weeks. This is my to-do list right here. I wake up every fucking morning and I go through it. And it's highlighted and I check shit off the list. You must come up with a list or a schedule. And then not only come up with it, you must adhere to it every fucking day. Every fucking day. Your job is that list. That's what it is. And it doesn't have to be, do dishes or something like that. But you should have the key ones like there, walk a mile, all right? And then when you're ready, you're going to walk 2 miles. And then you're going to eat healthy. And then you're going to, come up with financial budget. Whatever your problems are, and you know what the solutions are. Don't act like you don't know what the solutions are. And you're eating right, you're dieting, so you know what these solutions are, okay? But it's having that structure and discipline to do that. Now, the benefit, where this might actually help you, is you're worried about depression and change and this. And so there's a psychological component. I'm not a psychologist or psychotherapist or psychiatrist. I'm none of those things. All I know is what has worked for me in the past and has worked for other people. And what you'd ideally do is have a to-do list that addresses these huge and large problems with enough vigor you won't have time for your brain to sit and think about whatever it is keeps you up at night and makes you petrified of change and fear. That's what happened to me in college. Like I was fearing college coming up because we didn't have any money. I didn't have a job. I think I had like maybe $4,000 in cash that I had saved up from high school. And I was going to go move in. I knew the cash was going to run out very quickly, especially after paying for books and tuition. And I'd have to find a job. And you know what? Once I started school and had to find a job, the fear of that went away that would have normally crippled me and made me sit there in my bed sucking my thumb. That went away like that. And then soon enough, like within a month, all of a sudden I had a job. I was too fucking busy to worry. And that's where you got to get to. You got to be too fucking busy to worry anymore about this bullshit. Then you start making progress. Then also you start having a life. You also physically feel better. So yeah, that's what I would do. Now then the other thing you had. Let me go back. I have to get my head right, or I'm just going to fuck myself again. Yeah, you may want to talk to a therapist and find out why it is your head and your brain fights against your own self-interests. I don't understand it. I can understand laziness. I can understand, was it apathy or indifference, like life really sucks. But you're married. You're not the only one involved in this life on your planet. And you should like yourself too, because you can have a great life. And so what? You got fired. So what? People get fired all the time. Because corporations are fucking idiots. Have you noticed, like, corporations don't stay in business? Like, name a corporation that's been in business more than 100 years. Most corporations, most companies, most employers go belly up. They go tits up. So I wouldn't worry about that or take it personally or let it have this effect on you. But this bullshit where you let your weight double, yeah, you're not playing video games anymore. Sell all your fucking video games, unless they're classics, like you want to keep them. Work out every day. You're not overeating. You're having salads from now on. Okay, that's this simple, elementary stuff. And you're going to be keeping so busy with working out, doing whatever, and improving yourself. You're not going to have time to let this brain think. But otherwise, if that like forces itself into your mind, yeah, then there might be an issue that is beyond simply being busy. That'll keep your mind occupied. I mean, try my way because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than going to a therapist. But in the meantime, if this has been an issue this long, and you quote, well, maybe, yeah, you ought to go talk to a therapist. So, anyway, that's it. That's what I'd recommend. A to-do list, a schedule, and you attack it with vigor so your brain has no fucking time to worry. That's basic, I don't have time to bleed. Best of luck to you.